Good afternoon. Yesterday, expansion of liquid due to heat component. Next one, properties of mercury. Properties of mercury. Properties of mercury. So mercury expands uniformly. Okay. Mercury expands uniformly. It is a opaque object. Next one, it is shining. Does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. It is a good conductor of heat. Next, it is available in liquid state. That means in pure state. Okay. Next one, properties of alcohol. It can recur at a very low temperature. By using of in thermometer generally we use mercury. Instead of mercury, if you use alcohol, it requires very low temperature. It requires very low temperature. Its expands per degree Celsius. Rising temperature of very large. It can be colored brightly and hence it is easily visible. These are the disadvantages of alcohol if you use as a thermometer liquid. Okay. So properties of mercury, it expands uniformly. First one, it expands is uniform. For equal amounts of heat, it expands by equal lengths. Equal lengths. It is a opaque object. It is a opaque and shining. Third one, it does not stick to the sides of the glass tube. Sides of the glass tube. It is a good conductor of heat. It is a good conductor of heat. It is easily available in pure state. These are the properties of mercury. These are the properties of mercury. Okay. Next one, Next one, properties of alcohol. What are the properties of alcohol? Properties of alcohol. It is records the very low temperature. Properties of alcohol. Okay. First one, by using of alcohol, you can find a very low temperature. It can record very low temperature. Very temperature. It expands its expansion per degree Celsius. Per degree Celsius, rising temperature is very large. Is very large. It can be colored brightly, and hence is easily visible. These are the properties of alcohol. Okay. Next one, how do we use a thermometer? How to use a thermometer? How to use a thermometer? To find the temperature of an object, the bulb of the thermometer needs to be in close to the contact with the object. Watch the shiny line of mercury in the tube. The highest point on the scale at which the rise of mercury stops shows the temperature of the object. Example, to find the temperature of your arm or your palm, place the bulb of a thermometer in contact with the palm of 2 minutes and see the mercury rises. The mercury stops rising, its level becomes the steady. Note that the position of its upper end. This temperature of this is the temperature of your palm. How much it is? Once do experiment by using a thermometer. Once check your temperature, thermometer is contact with you or anybody, then we can find after 2 minutes the rising of temperature, the rising of the mercury level. You can observe the rising of the mercury level in thermometer. Note that the temperature it shows the rising of thermometer shows that is the temperature of your body. That shows the temperature of your body. Okay. Once observe this video, how to use a thermometer.
How to use a thermometer. Using a thermometer to check your temperature can help you manage an illness. When using any kind of thermometer, make sure you read and follow the instructions that come with the thermometer. Normal body temperature. The normal oral temperature for adults is about 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, 37 degrees Celsius. The normal oral temperature for a child is between 97.6 degrees and 99.3 degrees Fahrenheit, 36.4 degrees and 37.4 degrees Celsius. The normal oral temperature for older persons is 96.8 degrees Fahrenheit, 36 degrees Celsius. There are 3 types of thermometers available for taking the temperature reading. Types of thermometers. There are 3 types of thermometer. 1. Digital thermometer. A digital thermometer is used to take an oral temperature. It is a small handheld device with a screen showing body temperature in numbers. There are many kinds of digital thermometers. Most digital thermometers measure body temperature within seconds. 2. Glass thermometer. Glass thermometers is a thermometer with alcohol. This thermometer is a thin glass tube with a red or blue line inside it. These thermometers are only safe to use for people over the age of 5 if taking the oral readings, because a child younger than may 5th bite the thermometer and thus breaking it in their mouth. Glass thermometers with Calibration may also be used to check an oral temperature. These Calibration thermometers have a silver-colored line, but will be marked mercury-free when you buy one. 3. Mercury thermometers. In the past, mercury thermometers were used. This thermometer is a thin glass tube with a silver tip and line inside. The silver tip and line is mercury. Mercury is a toxic and hazardous chemical. If the thermometer breaks, the mercury may be breathed in or absorbed into your skin. If a glass thermometer breaks while checking an oral temperature, the mercury may be swallowed. Mercury is bad for your health. In case, if your mercury thermometer breaks, do not touch the broken glass or the mercury nor try to clean up the spill. Open your windows to air out the area. Take children and pets out of the area right away and contact your emergency department immediately. Using a thermometer. We can use a thermometer either oral in the mouth or axillary under the arm. Precautions before taking the temperature reading. There should not be anything hot or cold in your mouth for 10 minutes before taking your temperature. Do not eat or drink anything for at least 5 minutes before you take your temperature. Wash your hands with soap and warm water. Use a clean thermometer that has been washed in cold water, cleaned with rubbing alcohol, and then rinsed to remove the alcohol. How to use a digital thermometer. Take the thermometer out of its holder. Put the tip into a new throwaway plastic cover if one is available. In case you do not have such type of a cover, clean the pointed end or probe with soap and warm water or rubbing it with alcohol. Then rinse it with cool water. With your mouth open, put the cover tip under your tongue. Close your lips gently around the thermometer. Hold the thermometer in the same spot for at least 40 seconds. You should keep your mouth closed during this time. Readings will continue to increase and the accuracy symbol will flash during measurement. Usually, the digital thermometer will make a beeping noise when the final reading is done. Read the numbers in the window. These numbers are your temperature. Remove the throwaway cover if you used one. After using the thermometer, rinse thermometer in cold water, clean it with alcohol, and rinse again. Place the thermometer back in its holder. How to use a glass thermometer. Take the thermometer out of its holder. Hold the thermometer by the end opposite of the colored tip, red, blue, or silver. Clean the thermometer with soap and warm water or rubbing alcohol. Rinse with cool water. Turn the thermometer in your hand until you see the red, blue, or silver line. The line should read less than 96 degrees Fahrenheit or 35.6 degrees Celsius. If the line reads more than 96 degrees Fahrenheit or 35.6 degrees Celsius, firmly shake the thermometer downward several times. Check the thermometer again to make sure it reads less than 96 degrees F. With your mouth open, put the end with colored tip under your tongue. Close your lips gently around the thermometer. Do not bite the glass thermometer. Keep the thermometer under your tongue for 3 minutes and then remove the thermometer without touching the tip. Gently wipe the thermometer with a tissue. Hold the thermometer at eye level. Slowly turn the thermometer until you see the red, blue, or silver colored line. Each long mark on the thermometer is the same as 1 degree. Short marks are the same as 0.2 degree. After use, wash the thermometer with soap and warm water. Do not use hot water because it may break the thermometer. When to call your healthcare provider. Call your health provider if you have a temperature of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit 38 degrees Celsius or higher. This could be a sign of infection and should be treated right away. Call your healthcare provider right away if you have a fever and severe headache, stiff neck, swelling of your throat.
Okay, next one, how do we create a new markings on the thermometer? Once observe this video, we can understand how to create a new markings on the thermometer.
Calibration of a thermometer. The calibration of a thermometer involves the marking of 2 fixed points on the stem of the thermometer and dividing the interval between them into a number of equal parts. The 2 fixed points are called lower fixed point and upper fixed point. The melting point of pure ice at 1 atmospheric pressure is called the lower fixed point or ice point, and the boiling point of pure water at 1 atmospheric pressure is called the upper fixed point or the steam point. Let us see how the lower fixed point is marked on a thermometer. The thermometer, which is to be calibrated, is placed in a funnel surrounded by crushed ice. The bulb of the thermometer is completely immersed in ice. A beaker is kept below the funnel to collect the dripping water. Observe that the level of mercury is dropping. This is because the mercury starts contracting. After some time, the mercury stops contracting and the mercury meniscus remains stationary. This indicates that the ice is melting. The position of the meniscus is marked on the stem of the thermometer with the help of a file, and that point is marked as 0 degree Celsius. This position gives the lower fixed point or ice point. Now let us see how the upper fixed point is marked on the stem. The apparatus used to mark the upper fixed point is known as the hypsometer. Hypsometer is a double-walled copper vessel having two side tubes, one for the steam to escape and the other for a manometer. The manometer indicates the difference in the pressure inside the chamber and the atmosphere. The thermometer to be calibrated is inserted inside the hypsometer through the cork at the top such that the bulb of the thermometer remains above the surface of the water in it. The water is boiled and the steam produced passes up through the inner chambers and descends down through the outer section as indicated by the arrows. The bulb is surrounded with pure steam at atmospheric pressure. When the mercury meniscus in the thermometer remains stationary for a sufficiently long time, a sharp cut is made at that point with the help of a file, and that point is marked as 100 degrees Celsius. This is the upper fixed point or the steam point. Care is taken to see that the pressure of steam inside the hypsometer is the same as the normal atmospheric pressure. After marking the two fixed or standard points, the thermometer is dipped in molten wax and then taken out. A thin layer of wax gets deposited on it. With the help of a sharp needle, the wax deposited on the fixed points is removed. The space between the fixed points is divided into 100 equal divisions. The wax from these points is removed. The thermometer is dipped in hydrofluoric acid for a few minutes. The acid reacts with the exposed glass surface. However, the part of the thermometer which is wax-coated remains unaffected. The thermometer is removed from the acid and then washed with water. The wax is now scrubbed off. The etchings are then filled with paint for clarity. This calibrated thermometer is ready for use.
Okay, from this video, here melting point, ice point is a, ice point is nothing but a, ice point is nothing but a lower fixed point. Ice point is nothing but a lower fixed point. Lower fixed point. Next one, boiling point of water. It is nothing but a upper fixed point. Boiling point of water. Okay, boiling point of water. Boiling point of water. That is nothing but a upper fixed point. Upper fixed point on any scale. So here, what is the ice point? That is in Celsius. 0 degree Celsius is a 0 degree Celsius is a ice point. Is also called as melting point of ice. So boiling point of water is any scale. That is upper fixed point that is equal to in Celsius 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius is a upper fixed point is nothing but a boiling point of water. There are different scales to measure the temperatures, that is Celsius, Fahrenheit and Kelvin. I will explain these scales. First one is Celsius, Kelvin and Fahrenheit scale. In this scale, 0 is the lower fixed point. Lower fixed point. Okay. Upper fixed point is 100 degrees Celsius. In Kelvin, 273 K is a lower fixed point. That is nothing but the lower fixed point and ice point. Okay, 373 K is a upper fixed point in Kelvin. That is equal to boiling point of water. At the same time, that is upper fixed point. Upper fixed point. In Fahrenheit scale, 32 degree Fahrenheit is the lower fixed point. That is nothing but the ice point. And 21 to 12 degree Fahrenheit is the upper fixed point, and that is the boiling point of water. So lower fixed point is nothing but the ice point, and upper fixed point is nothing but the boiling point of water in any scales. So the Celsius is 0, lower fixed point, that is ice point. Upper fixed point is 100, that is nothing but a boiling point of water. In Kelvin, 273 K is the lower fixed point, that is nothing but a ice point or melting point. 273 K is the upper fixed point, is nothing but a boiling point of water. In Fahrenheit, 32 degree is the lower fixed point. At the same time, it is called as melting point of ice. 212 degree Fahrenheit is the upper fixed point in Fahrenheit. At the same time, boiling point of water in Fahrenheit. Okay.